This was a major overhaul on a Chesterfield. It had everything from holes, rips, missing buttons, dirty, smelling like cigarette smoke. And after thoroughly cleaning it and going through all the damage, I was able to get it looking much, much better. This went from being a free couch that somebody got, they brought it to me, and now they're getting offers for $2,000. Right now I'm just assessing all the damages, go through, do a deep cleaning. Nasty rags. Patching all of the cracks, holes, and damage that I can. Using different fillers and compounds. I have a soft leather filler and a deep leather filler and other compounds that feel like leather, but they are good for patching up certain spots. For big holes, I got to use a sub patch. Go ahead and sand that. Start hitting it with some compounds. Sand everything smooth and go through and replace all their broken buttons or missing buttons with a tufting needle. Leaves an insert on the inside. That way you can just tie your button down to it. Yeah, there was a bunch of missing buttons. There was about 7 missing buttons on this. The insert goes into the tip of the needle. Shove in past the substrate. And tie her down. And I didn't use leather buttons on here because they didn't have any and didn't want to spend the expense, so I was able to dye those buttons to match just with a surface dye, so it was almost like painted buttons. Make sure to clean out every crevice and keep going on these buttons. Shove it in, leave the insert, leave the strings. Tie down your button, and again. A lot of work went into this restoration. I did it mostly just to show the abilities of my work and what can be done. Otherwise, most people don't even know what's possible. All the buttons are done. Corners are repaired. There was a couple spots on the corners where they were either jagged, torn up, or even missing a little bit of leather. So I went and filled all that back in, smoothed it out, and prepped it for dye. Just double checking everything, making sure it's all ready for the dyeing process. Good and sturdy material. Holes are patched. And I used a sand color base coat to make sure it had a good two-tone to it. Went through and touched up any spot that you could see. I ended up re-dyeing those areas that I sanded and touched up. So they ended up with a sand color to them before I finished into the next step. With the next step of antiquing, I start with all the accents and just blend from the centers out, slowly creeping that color into the rest of the pad. Giving it that beautiful Chesterfield look that everybody loves.